What's up? Let's go. Boom. The moves. Alrighty. Back. Hope everybody's having a good night. Pretty good myself. Get this saved quick. Boom. Make sure everybody has that Twitch link real quick. We are good. All right. Music's not too. All right, we're ready. We are doing good. Hope everyone else is having a great evening. Although I'm having a great evening, I am exhausted. It's been a long day. So we're going to sip on an energy drink. Have a good time. We have a slightly different setup today. I got a new monitor, or a third monitor, I guess is what I should say. Reinvested a little bit of the ad revenue and stuff, and some of the donations that I've received over the past year now, and trying to increase the quality of the stream here as we go. So I got some new lights, new mic arm coming on the way. Nothing too crazy, but just upping that production value a little bit. Since everyone's been so generous, I want to keep investing into the stream that everyone enjoys so much, which is very much appreciated. But now we are looking a little bit off to the side. Which feels a little funky. My camera used to be straight in front, and I always felt like I was just staring off at the secondary screen while I was reading comments and stuff, and now it's all set up correctly. I will most likely post my new setup once it's actually finished. I got a lot of cable management and stuff to go. I had to buy some longer cables to make some things work. But when those arrive, middle of next week, naturally, I will post an updated setup, streaming setup and everything in the Discord. Just in case people find that interesting anyway. Copy. And that's the plan. Get that up. I'm also going to post some of my architecture projects. I had at least one person. All right. One person interested in my old architecture projects, so thought I'll throw that up when I have a chance. But since last stream, it's only been a day. Well, 2 days, I guess, technically, since I didn't stream yesterday. But I just cleaned up this space. We had it 90% of the way here. I just built the back wall to close it off so I could start organizing things, which I'm not sure if I'm going to do on stream or not. It's kind of a really boring process, but I'm not totally sure. It looks sick, pretty sick so far. I'm quite happy with how this is turning out. It's very clean, very organized. The interesting part is once we get to the level where we're like there's 50 something blocks or more, maybe. There's so many. And then there's going to be more. So I'm going to have to like organize as many as I can and then leave. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to take up this much or not, but I'm going to have to leave some extra ones just in case, or I'm going to have to reorganize the whole thing. So I probably will start doing blocks this way. That being all the different blocks like this. Half timber, conifer wood, rough stone, hollow halls, and I'll just organize one chest per block, have them shown. One, so like this block will go here, this chest block will go here, so on and so forth. We'll build all the way out, and then I'll start probably on this side and start with just miscellaneous decor, resource items. Not totally sure how I'm going to organize all that stuff yet. There's so many items, honestly. That's the struggle. There really is so many items in this game, and we're still in early access, so we're only guaranteed to get more. So I'm gonna have to think that through a little bit. It's gonna be complicated to do it right, at least. I don't want to go insane, and I mean, if we're making it this organized, we gotta make it like really organized. But I'm very happy with the progress we're making, and we'll start filling it out this way with all the miscellaneous items. I don't think we'll need this much space because I'm not going to do one chest per item. I'm going to have a chest for like lights, so like all of the wall torches and braziers and everything will go in one chest. Maybe all of the floor torches and floor things and braziers will go in another chest. It's kind of my thought currently. What's up, Harley? Welcome in. Why do I have torches in the ground? Just noticing this. It's a lot of torches in the ground. Who did this? How's it going, Harley? Hope you're doing good. Been a good day. Apparently I placed 1,000,000 torches and never picked them up. I don't remember this. I remember none of this. Someone trolling me. Must be. They're placed very consistently. There we go. Get these last ones picked up. There are any more? Oh, there was one. Yeah. Wait. That was the wrong one. Wait. Those were picking up... Bro. Why do I do this to myself? Oh, vey. For some reason, it was just picking up all of the other things. Gotta love it. Cooking a couple steaks and about to build some more on the castle. Nice. Is that still the grounded castle that you were working on? The one that makes my entire world look pathetic? Dude, I'm such an idiot. Why did I do this? Such an idiot. Was it Castlevania? What was it? Dracula? Is that what it was based off of? If I remember correctly, something like that. So many people building awesome things. It's hard to even remember what every single person was doing exactly. Steaks also sound good. My wife and I had a lazy night, and we had McDonald's. We made a crock pot soup, and just wasn't hitting the spot. Yes, okay, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. Can't wait to see that thing done. It's so epic. Love seeing people building ridiculously big things like that. Just so good. All right, now that we can see again. See, I've never watched the Netflix series, so I feel like I'm going to have to watch it just to see what you're building from. I think that's the craziest part. Because it must be an epic castle, or you're just doing it justice. That's what it feels like. So I wanted to, as much as I love how some of this is looking, I want to start with a little more detail. This is where we start going a little crazier, maybe. I want to start getting some of the cool details in. Get some more depth into this whole thing. Hollow Halls block is not bad. Or obsidian, that's what that is. What's the Hollow Halls one look like, maybe? Oh, it's the red one, isn't it? Probably too much. Can't imagine I use this. Yeah, I don't like it. Don't like that either. What's this? I feel like the polished granite looks so good as a wall, but it looks so boring as a ceiling. Tough. The way the building blocks interact in this game is just unbelievable. All the details that are added that you would never expect when you go to build it first. That's like what I'm saying. Like, that's, I think, my biggest struggle with this game at the moment is that I feel so incredibly slow building. Like, every single thing to be to the standards that I expect, at least, it just takes ages because there's so many, in a good way, and I'll like, it's like the caveat, it's a good thing because there's so many details. And like, I mean, like, this is the perfect example right here. This is the polished granite. The granite and the polished granite both do this pretty much, but like you can see here, like, it makes this little detail where these like come together like this. Like, it just it's like what creates this arch automatically. Like, you don't have to do it. And then like this little detail here is just from the polished granite, and then this is the normal granite, and they interact and create these little archways. Like, all this detailing here is just that block touching that block, and it automatically does it. And like, that's what's so crazy to me. It makes it so complicated, but just doing like little details like this, like I'm messing with inset torches, this stuff right here, like that's all just one set of blocks right here, making all this detail. Just, it's like just building one block edge. That's it. Or like the wood, like I love with one row of wood on top, it just like added these little nubs of wood sticking out, and it looks so cool. It's just such a good detail. It's so simple. And that's what's taking so long to build everything, is you have to learn like each one of those interactions. How does this block interact with the wood block? Do I like that? Do I not like that? Like, most of the time I really like it, but you still have to sort of mess with it to figure out how things are going to touch, and like just the little details where you add one extra block, make a little frame, make one extra different type of block, and like this, the way some of them, the only issue is that like when you press a single block here, you can sort of see on the right, it has an edge detail, and on the left, it doesn't. So you get some funny situations like that you really can't mess with. Or like this block always has this bottom piece. So anytime you place a different block, it makes that little thing. And it's like this ability you have to learn how those blocks are going to interact with each other and then use them. But like the interaction between these couple blocks is just so good. Details like this. This is from the polished granite being behind this white block, and you just get this weird little ledge. Although it's a little crooked on one of them for who knows what reason, from far away, like it just looks like an awesome detail. And you just get so many interesting details in this game. Thank you. I'm glad it looks good. Glad you think it looks good. I think I want to change these. I'm not totally in love with this yet. I really like the columns. I really like the statues, but this isn't quite doing what I want it to do. So we'll probably revisit a lot of this stuff as I come up with new ideas, figure out materials I like. But I mean, we're just scratching the surface is the crazy part. Like I feel like I barely know anything. The statues came in the most recent update. So 3 months, a few months old, but this is the only time I've used them. They're really cool though. There's these statues, and there's like a Cyclops skeleton statue that you can get. They added some cool wall decor as well. They added a lot of stuff in the last update. So I definitely think there's a lot more to come. Much, much more to come. Wait, oh, that was that? What the heck? And I keep learning little things too about the game, which is even crazier to me. Every little thing I do. Don't remember seeing the statues when you're adding the torches. I definitely did the like inner piece in the inside next to the door first, and then did the statues afterwards. So probably pretty easy to miss. I don't hate the hollowed halls block. I don't know. I'm also like contemplating doing like a barrel vault for the ceiling almost, which sounds like torture, but also sounds epic. It's the hard part. Is making decisions. Because you just... so many blocks. I definitely want this ceiling to have more going on. I know that much. Because, like, I mean, we could add... like, this is what's crazy, is we could, like... could just be this detail. Actually, these are one-off. Oh, no. Do I like this detail or that detail more? Probably on the edge, exactly. Yeah. Oh no. I've fallen. Let me up. Okay, and then that means, what am I missing? That should be polished granite, maybe? That even? What am I doing wrong? No. How am I getting this effect? What did I do wrong? No, that is right. So it's granite, maybe? Well, that also looks kind of cool, so it's like... What am I doing differently here? What is this? Granite block. Okay, this is also where you can go... Little trick here. Actually, I need to write this down as a tip. I'm working on my top 10 tips to build better in Enshrouded. And... Turn the display quality? That's what it is. What did I just turn down? Balanced? Yeah, let's go balanced. Alright, so if you come into voxel details, and you turn them off, you can see the details better. Or you see the details less, so you can see the blocks better, so you know what you're doing. Because those textures make it extremely difficult to see at times. Because, like, that's a perfect situation. There's been very few situations where I feel like I've needed to do this. That was one where I have no clue. I couldn't tell for the life of me what was just happening there. It gets a little convoluted at times, trying to see some of these textures when they all blend together so perfectly. Which is absolutely a positive thing, because just turning off that one setting, you're like, oh, this is exactly how I need to build this. Easy. I think I need that block still. You can also use Q. At least it's only on PC. Duh. You can use Q to push the block closer or further away from yourself. All right, now we can turn... back to balanced or quality? I feel like we just go quality. I want this to look epic. I'm so happy. I got a third monitor. Bought it off a marketplace the other day. That it was like $75. This dude got it off from his work and didn't need it, so he just got to sell it. So he made money. I got a nice, super nice monitor for $75. So I'm quite happy right now. I don't know what I just did. There we go. And it's like, it feels like a game changer right now. I'm absolutely loving it. The quality compared to my old monitors is like so much nicer. Not that my old monitors were necessarily like bad, but they're more like computer monitors. They're less so gaming monitors. And so they just didn't have, they weren't crisp. They weren't, they didn't look that great. And now they look wonderful. It looks so crisp. It really, the only negative is that it shows me how bad my other monitors look. They're just fuzzy almost. It's the only way I can describe it. In comparison, at least. I'm sure most people have way better monitors than what I'm currently using, but this Acer monitor I just got is so much nicer. Makes me happy. Alright, now we gotta turn those textures off so I can see what I'm doing. Makes it so much easier. This is the first time I've heard this tip multiple times, and I'm like, when would you ever use that? It just looks dumb. But I'm like, oh, I now understand why. Shows you exactly what you're doing. This whole room looks so much... This is a great example of showing you how the voxel textures is what makes this. This is the difference between Minecraft and a voxel-based game. You get these really simple, super repetitive blocks. They don't look that nice. And just by turning the quality up, the whole room completely changes. Like, such a drastic change. It's insane. Every bit of this looks better. Love it. Headed in the right direction, I think. Question is, are these even? I hope. It's essentially right in the corner. Right in the corner. Wow, I think they are even. Things don't ever line up even like that for me. And then I want to create a slightly different focal point in this center. So I think here we'll try sort of like a pyramid taper, maybe is the way to put it. That's sort of the idea. How do you like the new camera angle, Harley? I have now, instead of one monitor in front of me and one monitor vertical to the right, I have one monitor in front of me, one monitor on top of that monitor, and then my vertical monitor is like pulled out a little bit with a camera in the middle. Now I feel like when I look at chat, I'm like actually talking to the camera, because I don't think I ever looked at the camera properly before. I mean, like looking back at recordings, I'm like, it just kind of looked awkward to me the way I used to have it set up. There wasn't really anywhere else to do it, so like it is what it is, but so random. I'm saying, like, you could just detail forever. Literally forever. There's just so many little things you can keep doing and adding to these details. I like this ring. I'm just not sure. Does it need to go further? Does it need... So I guess that's the other way we could do this. Like one block? Maybe that's what I want to do. You do like one of these. And then just like on this other side that we were just doing, build this. Then it's like a slightly vaulted ceiling feeling. Feeling. That even? Think so. Actually, that's it. What is the... It's like a column. I really like that. What's this one look like? It's more of the same. I like that one, the polished granite, doesn't have this slightly off texture. That was my only issue, is that you couldn't like line these up very well. The voxel just like shifts them slightly off a block. Okay, this is the detail. So we'll add some slightly different details. Yeah, I think that all looks even. I think this will blend better overall as well. Looks like that does not look like the right block. I've been wanting to use this obsidian block for a while. I think it's so sick. I think that's what's incredible. I don't think there's a single block I've used in this game so far that I haven't been like, wow, this is gorgeous. I think that's like they haven't missed on anything yet. Guess we're doing granite on that. Is that going to throw it off? Hard to tell. Oh yeah, before when you looked at chat, it looked like you were looking away. This is nice. Perfect. Yeah, I wanted it to feel... It worked out perfect with the new setup that I was just like, oh, this is much more desirable. I never felt like I was interacting with chat very well. Not that I wasn't interacting with chat, but it looked like I wasn't interacting with chat very well. I always interact with chat, but... Oh no. It's a much better way of actually looking like I'm interacting with chat now. And it like makes me go, oh, look at the camera, read the response, and then look directly at the camera. Not this awkward whatever I was doing previously. But good. I think I was talking to no one when I first started the stream. So I'll happily repeat it now, but I'm taking... Well, I randomly realized I had a gift card from work that I totally forgot about. It was like a little bonus gift card. Oh no. And I was like, dude, why don't I just take this? I've had an Amazon cart full of stuff that I've been wanting to buy for the stream. I'm like, why don't I just take this? I got an Amazon gift card for Christmas as well. So I was like, I'll just use this random Visa gift card thing I got, buy new lights. So I got some new lights coming that I think will help make this just a slightly higher production value. And then a new mic boom arm, because the one I have is super annoying. The mic just like limp dicks on me. If I'm not, if I even touch it, it doesn't tighten properly because it was $14, but the cheapest one you possibly could get on Amazon. And so I was like, okay, this is a great time. Absolutely great use of this gift card that I totally forgot I had. So I got a handful of things, some extra cords, this new monitor, and now we're just upping the production value a little bit. Velocity, how's it going, man? The man, the myth, the legend is here. Been so long since I've seen you in a stream, man. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for being amazing and doing the stream schedule and helping trolls build bases. Oh, you didn't help the troll build a base, but you still don't see the emotes, right? Did you do an emote? The hard part is that one. So the issue is that it's the program, it's Restream is the issue. It shows on Twitch properly. The issue is that Restream, for some reason, like if you did that same thing, I think if you hopped over to YouTube, it would show properly. For some reason, it doesn't show things on Twitch properly with the chat. But on Twitch, it looks... I just hopped on the Twitch stream for a second, and it was showing. So it should be set up right. I also have Twitch notifications for all the subscriptions, donations, all that randomness. So those worked. I mean, I'm sure at some point they'll break and I'll cry and have to fix them, but there's a way to put it into YouTube but still can't find it. Yeah. All good. As long as people can use it and for themselves and see it, it's good enough for me. But I was just very happy I got the the notifications on Twitch working, and they actually work. When someone's subbed, it plays a sound properly through my headset, so I know it's working. It scared the crap out of me. Knife donated on Monday, or resubbed, and I was like, what the heck was that sound? I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I set those up. Finally. So now I never miss stuff on Twitch. We're slowly getting there. I also, if you noticed, have a different angle for my camera and all sorts of good stuff. We're working on our production value right now. Slowly figuring this thing out. So I spent all of yesterday reorganizing because I got a third monitor, so I can have all my notifications and everything up at all times, which is very nice. It's really nice having the extra monitor to put like images and stuff that I can actually see. Can I please have first-person camera mode in this game? It's all I want right now. You still checking your VODs? All red bars? What do you mean? All red bars. I don't even know if I have... I think you have to turn saved VODs on Twitch on as an option. But I don't think I have set up at this time, if that's what you're saying. I'm still checking your VODs on YouTube. They all have red bars, meaning I fully watched it. Oh. Oh. Yeah, still checking your VODs. Okay, okay. I get you. I get you. Wow. It's dedication, man. Can't see where this is trying to go. That looks better. Oh, I need first person so bad. It's the one thing this game is currently, like, dying to have is a first person camera. Dude, I've always loved being on the West Coast, and now that I've started streaming, it's the worst possible place to stream, because, like, everyone that watches is, like, on a completely different time zone. I'm like, where are all the West Coast people in my streams? There's, like, 1 or 2 people out of everyone that watches that actually lives on the West Coast. It's crazy. Okay, I think that's all lined up correctly. 5:39? How are you up? Like, I'd be dead. I'm too old, man. That's the problem. Alright, let's turn these settings back. Check how we did. See how it looks. Beautiful. Okay, I'm noticing... That's a little funky. I don't know if I can change that detail, though. Could do just that. Actually, I like that. That's all good. That's perfect. Woke up at 7 a.m. I still don't know how I do this. What? You've been up since 7 a.m. yesterday. Like, I'd actually be dead. No recovery. Completely dead. That looks kind of nice. I mean, that I can understand. I can understand the COD launch time. I used to do that, but I was in high school when I did that, so very different times. I did stay up very, very late in college as well, but that's because my first class started at 12 in the afternoon. And I had to stay up for studio classes for hours and hours. Was the struggle of architecture. Late nights. Say whole VOD on Twitch to prove it? Oh, jeez. That is crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. But I commend you on that. That's not right. What am I missing here? Oh. Did not sleep for almost 2 days. That's nuts. There we go. Just had to throw in 20 blocks, fill all the gaps. Sure. Hello? Is that the light? I might have to touch grass. Also, how do you survive on not caffeine, dude? It's 8:43 and I'm drinking a Red Bull right now, dude. See, it's 8:43 and I would be falling asleep right now without this Red Bull. I wouldn't be here without that Red Bull. I don't understand how you do that. This last semester I woke up at 7 for work, pulled all-nighters to finish my final so I could spend my kid's birthday with him, and then stayed up late that night until like 1 a.m. Dude, first off, welcome NXYZ. Second off, dude, architecture studio days, dude. Ugh. I both miss studio so much and don't miss it absolutely at all at the same time. It's so incredibly, horribly miserable. Hold on. So I have that cool little light, and for some reason it's overheating today. You know, it's not even hot. I don't know. Yeah, I don't miss those all-nighters, and I don't know how you did studio with a child. That is even crazier to me. Impossible. I can barely sit here and play video games with a child. Yeah, sorry. I noticed it all of a sudden. I was like, what's the flashing? I was like, oh, dang it. That thing broke earlier, and I was hoping that it was going to keep working, and it's not, so I have to give up. That's what I get for spending $10 on a cheap little light. The USB's overheating for some reason. When I have anything like work or college, I'm dead in the afternoon, but when I don't have anything, I can stay up as long as I want. It's a mental thing. Yeah, you're not wrong. It helps being younger. Not that I'm like super old, but 32 is feeling pretty old these days. It's feeling real old all of a sudden. My body hates me. Question is, what material I want to use? Some more light in here. These are not the final torches that will be placed. I just need more light in this entire build. And this is how you got to do it. Unless you run out of torches, then you can't do it. Born just before a final, and he was asleep on my chest for the presentation. Okay, first off, that's amazing. Second off, holy cow. That's crazy. Hey, what's up, John? How's it going? Where are my lights? Torches, please? Okay, there. I've arrived. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you again. You're joining us while we continue our crafting room. Every torch like this will be moved. So if it's bugging you, like it bugs me, all the regular torches will be replaced with nice fancy ones like this eventually. But these are really annoying to place because they don't place centered. Yes, I'll just go here because Twitch is dead. It's crazy. On freaking Monday, there was 20-something people on Twitch. There's so many people on Twitch just chilling. I got raided twice. One from Potato Clur, and then someone else who has raided us a while back raided. I got raided by a bunch of random people. And so there was quite a few people in chat on Monday. Whoa. I wasn't expecting that look, but it's kind of epic. Makes me want to rethink my whole design around the edge. Huh, interesting. There's just so many details this game you have no clue about until you just start placing random blocks. You'd never guess that that's how this block would look. It looks like that there. And then when you give it an edge, it does that. Like, it's crazy. Did you have mushroom walls going all the way up the pagoda structure? Yes. Yes, I did. They go essentially... What's raided? You get like a raid. So it's when another streamer... I'll get back to you in a second, John, and explain it more in depth because it deserves an actual answer. Rated is like if I finish stream on Twitch, I can select a different streamer and send my viewers to their channel. So it's like, oh, hey, guys, we were just playing Enshrouded, and now I'm going to send you to this other Enshrouded person, you know, or someone I like. And so it boosts their viewership, essentially. It's very productive for small streamers like me because you can get rated by someone who has a larger following and you can share viewers, and it's really cool. It's a great little thing. I wish YouTube had stuff like that, but they're not there yet. Me and my friend last week had a stream with over 1K viewers. That's really big for Netherlands on Twitch. Normally it's around 100 to 400. How did you get, like, you personally? You and a friend personally? Or you were in a stream with 1,000 viewers? So yes, and back to your question, John. So if you started off, you have to build each wall of the pagoda, starting at the bottom. So it's a... Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember if it's a pentagon or a hexagon or an octagon. I can't remember which one it is, but you build each wall separately on a totally different grid, and then you place the bottom walls. Of course, you leave it open if you want doorways, kind of how I have 2 doorways. And actually, I have 3, kind of, because there's an elevator that it goes up. And then you build that wall on each side of the pagoda base, all the way to the underside of, I call it that pagoda hat. But the brim of the pagoda. Personally, how did you get 1,000 viewers? What were you doing? That's crazy. 1,000 viewers on any platform is a lot of viewers. You can pull that many viewers. Why aren't you streaming full time? Is that just playing COD 6? Are you that good? Because I would love to pull. Yeah, how are you not a content creator if you can pull 1,000 people on a stream, dude? Those people could quit their jobs with 1,000 viewers. It's insane. I could quit my job with 1,000 viewers. For sure. No questions. In the wrong spot. I like to participate, not be the streamer. Oh, man. I wish. Well, tell all your homies to come chill then. What time do I have to stream to get 1,000 viewers? Holy cow. That's actually insane. Yeah, tell me your secrets. That's what I want to know. Oh, not personally? Wait, oh, it's a hexagon? Thank you, Harley. So, like, King Content was streaming and you were playing with him? Is that what I'm understanding? Like, is he just your buddy that you play with while they stream, or are you actually stream? Are, like, you the one streaming? Or just hanging out with someone that's streaming? Is what I'm trying to understand. Yeah, I was like, what is happening here? A lot of funky little details that happen. Okay. It's like, holy cow, that's insane. Either way, that's awesome. Good for him. It's incredibly difficult to do, so. There we go. Getting rid of all the things. Sometimes streams when he wants to. Dude, if you could stream that many, holy cow. I'd be streaming every night. Like, no joke. There we go. Oh, there's another one. Dang it. Aha. Did we get them all? No, there's one there, too. Oh, no. That didn't work. Did I screw everything up? Why is there just one weird block right there? Yeah, it's just something I have to live with. Interesting. Oh, GTA, yeah. Okay. That'll do it. There's a lot of people that haven't gotten super popular off of GTA and stuff. Definitely not my type of thing, but, you know, if it works for you, it works. Squares to go away. It's so annoying. Looks pretty sick, though. I don't know if the center's what I like, but it looks cool. I think, actually, let's try... That looks pretty cool, too, though, honestly. And then... polished granite. All Dutch. Oh wait, now we/he just does everything he wants, or we force him to. I mean, at that scale, yeah. You tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it. When you got that many viewers. I don't know how I feel about that now. It's the dream. I'd love to get that many viewers on a regular basis. Join No Pixel, that's the American server. Oh, nice. That's sick. With XQC? Wow. That's sick. Hard part is I don't have any desire to like roleplay a GTA or anything like that. It's just not my cup of tea. Alright, that looks pretty cool. I don't know how I feel about the center yet. I think we could also do bronze. looks pretty sick. Okay, yeah, that's bougie. That's what we want. We want bougie, dude. Yeah, now we're talking. The gold frickin' bar right up in the middle. Yesterday we had FN and we're yelling at each other and cursing. Somehow 200 plus we're watching. Hey. If it works, it works. Like, that's all that matters. I mean, if you're able to get that many viewers, is it dead though? That's the question. Huh. Weird. Can't tell. That's why. Yeah, this is the hard part about some of the building in this game is like if you don't fill all the gaps, some of these weird ones like show through. It's like I don't have that gap filled. Where this is. There we go. I'm gonna have to like go clean all of this up. I enjoy that we are being toxic to each other. I mean, as long as you're being toxic and funny to your friends, like, it's just a good time. I honestly, I wish I would have thought about content creation when I was like a super good Call of Duty player, because my friends and I were at many times, like I had a buddy that was top 100 in COD 4, like if in all of the world top 100 in score. Like we had a really good group of friends that were like insane, and we were so funny. We had we played COD 4 knife only. He didn't stream roleplay for the last 2 years now. Oh, Card Shop Sim. I think I've seen some of those. God, we did this knife only. We made knife only accounts in COD 4 and would just put on ghillie suits and run around with knives in Search and Destroy, and like literally just we'd win nearly every match only knifing. It was the funniest. So freaking funny. I still to this day will randomly remember some of the moments. We found this like group of Japanese players, and they picked up that we were only knifing, and so they started only knifing. To this day, one of the best nights of my entire life gaming with these dudes. Like they didn't speak English, but they immediately picked up on what we were doing, and we played Search and Destroy the entire night, knifing each other and just going crazy. It was so fun. So incredibly fun. I miss the old COD days, but I don't have it anymore. Just not as good as I once was. That work? Yeah. Better. I'm too short. So fun though. Just so fun. I miss those days. Oh, that detail's really nice. Just makes me like want to just only use this. Did it work? Did I fill the gaps? See, I just keep opening a can of worms every time I do this. Every block I place shows another hole that I've missed. It's just this one block because of these little things that pop up. The hardest part for me in content creation is just time right now. We'll get there eventually, but I have to have not a 2-year-old. My son is just a little older, life will be exponentially easier. Did I do it? And my son woke up again. Always does this on nights I stream. He's like so easy. He's not easy. Nothing about him is easy, but gotta go to sleep. You can always check it out. Not sure why you would, but I don't know. Collect the stream and at me if you needs anything. Will do, man. Again, thanks for all the help. You've been awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for calling out my troll the other day in Discord. That's last night or yesterday for you. I was quite angry. Or irritated, maybe is a better word. For such a small thing. Alright. It's looking... I think we're there. I think we finally cleaned it up. He's good enough to move on to the next parts. To where it's not going to drive me absolutely insane. Definitely liking this. We could do more with it, I think, but it's headed in a good direction. Almost want to like open up the top and put a bunch of lights in there. I don't know. Yeah, no, he was like who? I made a comment to my wife and I told her about it. I know you got to go to bed, but I was like, do people really like? Dude comes into my Discord, insults me for not doing something for him. And I'm like, do people legitimately think that like coming in, insulting someone to get them to do something you want and like go out of their way to do something for you is gonna be like, you're gonna have like a positive response to that? Like you actually think I'm going to respond positively to you like trying to give me shit in my own Discord? Like I don't understand any part of that thought process. Like, not that I had plans to do that video at this point anyways, just because I'm just like so far removed from the pagoda base and grounded right at this moment that I don't foresee that video happening at this point in life. Unless some random level of motivation just overcomes me one night. But I can't understand that thought process in any way, shape, or form. Let me insult this guy till he does what I want. So funny. Luckily, I have a good sense of humor, but just ignored it. But if it was on the other Discord, I would have destroyed him. That's the different communities. Yeah, I mean, I always try to be nice if I can. I understand why he wants the video, but yeah, just wrong way of going about anything in life. It actually made me like absolutely not want to do that video anymore. Having someone like respond so childishly about it. But either way, have a great rest of your night, man. Thanks for everything you do for the community. Especially dealing with the crazies at times. I think when I have this small of a community, one person doing it isn't the end of the world to me. As the community grows and gets bigger, that exponentially changes. Like your buddy who has 1,000 people, you get one person doing it, you've got 20, 30. 40 people doing that sort of thing. So it's a very different thing at that level. Oh, just someone came onto the Discord and was like, why don't you just... I had made a post about like changing the stream schedule and like creating more videos on a more regular basis. And they got all snarky. And they're like, why don't you just do the pagoda build guide video that you promised you do? It like the snarkiest tone possible. Like entitled child is exactly what I thought when I read it. Like someone that's never had any challenges in their life or something. And Velocity, I just kind of was like, hey man, like I know you want the video. It's honestly, it's a way harder video to make than I think most people would think. And at this point, I just like don't have the time to dedicate to that video. When Grounded is like so low on viewership at the moment. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to invest what I think is probably to do it to the level. The only level I would do that pagoda-based video at this point is at the highest level that I can do it, and I don't have the time at this moment to do that. And so I've just kind of like shelved the idea of even doing that video unless I'm going to do it at the highest level, and it just doesn't make sense for me right now. So he was all frustrated, and Velocity just told him, guess it's a skill issue, bro. He got very frustrated. Because, I mean, Velocity was right. The guy was like, the pictures aren't cutting it. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, I've helped, like, 10, 15 people build the pagoda base off of those pictures that you're looking at. So everyone else hasn't had that issue, and Velocity just like destroyed him. It's good times. At my friend streams, everyone like that gets destroyed. Not banned, just making bait, so he keeps saying stupid stuff in the chat. Yeah, exactly. You farm it, right? You gotta farm some of that. I mean, that's how I would deal. Like, if someone did that in chat, I would just rip them to shreds. It's very different. If it's on my Discord, I'm like, oh, I'll be kind to a certain degree. Should use all the pictures that were posted and then possibly add his own touch to it and create something unique, the same that he acted that way. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. When I took those screenshots, Velocity asked for hundreds. I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. There's an insane, absolutely insane amount of screenshots to work off of. It is like, I sent him every square inch of that base. There's not a single thing there's not one single inch of that base that wasn't completely covered. And so it's like, I'm always trying to be as nice as I can, because that's just how I like to be, if at all possible. I try to give him the benefit of the doubt, because I did tell a lot of people that I really wanted to make that video, but that doesn't mean I'm like just going to. And yeah, Velocity just ate him alive, and I was dying laughing. My wife thought it was so funny. Because that is... The way you responded, Velocity, is exactly how my wife would have responded to something like that. Like, she doesn't take any of that crap. So she was like, good. But if someone started to troll me in my streams, yeah, I would eat them alive. Anyway, every corner needed to be the same, and I know that mine is better aligned. Well, I mean, you got to learn from all my mistakes, so... I paved the way for people like Velocity. Like I need something here. I don't know what though. Doesn't really line up very well the way I've laid this out. I guess that actually works. Hey, it's Grim. It'd be pretty sad if you weren't perfect at the pagoda base at this point. You built it more than anyone else in the universe. At this point, you should just make the video. I just don't have a desire to do the video if I'm not going to do it at a very high production level. Like it seems like a waste of time to me. Do a really crappy like speed build and just like zoom through it. Like I just don't have any fun doing that at this point. So is what it is. Yeah, I don't know how you've done that 60 times. I don't remember 60 people asking about it. So I'm like, I've told quite a few. But I'm like, holy cow, 60 is a lot. Like, actually insane. You said 61, too. That's even more. Beautiful. It's looking pretty sick. It's looking pretty sick. This is like the bougiest dwarven temple of dwarven smithing area I've ever seen. We bougie AF here. I love it though. I really like that detail through the roof. It looks really nice. I like the green. One of those was me. Hey, let's go. It's just Velocity's thing now. Like he's known for the pagoda base more than I am. He's definitely better at it now. That's my hardest part. It's been 2 years since I built that base. Like 2 years. So like I have to go through mentally and like rebuild the whole thing, which just sounds like it'd take me forever. If I had built it 60 times like Velocity, it'd be a very different conversation, but I'm just not there. Can do a speed build without any commentary. I mean, if you want to do it, feel free. The hard part is like not talking through it and like hard to say. I just wanted to do it with like tips and tricks and like talk through details, and it just became such a complicated video in my mind. I got overwhelmed by the whole thought of doing it and just didn't do it. And then now I'm like, you've already helped the 90%. There's like one guy now that wants to build it that you haven't helped. So at this point, like, who am I making the video for? A handful of people that are still playing Grounded that don't care about the pagoda base anymore. Who knows? I don't know how you stay so calm when people keep asking for that tutorial video. Plenty of reference pictures, even going through the see-through tour and pausing can help. I just straight up say the video ain't happening. Go look at the references. And yeah, and be nice Velocity. I'll give you the video. I mean, if you want, I can see if I can do something with it. Probably do a voiceover of the whole thing or something, maybe. Appease the frustrated people, at least, I guess. Forgot I did that. Yeah. It's a minor detail, but I like this floor block as like an edge. It's the small things. It really is the small things. Where did that come from? F phone keyboard and F YouTube live. I can't even type on my phone anymore without sounding like an absolute idiot. I swear I literally just mess up everything. I know the feeling. Like I can't type anymore for some reason. Actually, this needs to be an entire layer out. Dang it. Blessing and a curse. That's what you get for doing such an amazing build. Yeah. In a couple years, it'll be the same with Enshrouded. That's fine. All this is live streamed. So anyone that wants this just has to go watch a live stream. That's a huge reason why I've even done this way. Like, that's why I wanted to start live streaming, is because I have more fun live streaming, and it means there's a video record of everything I do. And so I don't have to, like, run into that problem of people wanting a certain video or asking a million questions. It's just like, yeah, just go watch the live stream I did last week. Oh, jeez. Okay. It's okay. Just go right back. All right, see you, Velocity. Sorry, you stayed for an extra 20-something minutes. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, if you want to do the video, feel free. You have no obligation, though. I'm not worried about people continually asking for the video at this point. Like, I'm so far removed from Grounded. I'm sure I'll go back and play here and there, but I'm not like... I'm no longer worrying about Grounded content to the same degree. So you do you, man. I know you got a busy life, so don't feel obligated to do anything unless you're just really bored and want to for some reason. Lovely. What a minor detail. I'm so OCD sometimes. But yeah, I do hope that people really like eventually. I think this Enshrouded build is going to be exponentially better by the end of the whole thing than any of the Grounded stuff I did. Like, exponentially better. Makes me sad. I mean, I still love Grounded, but it's hard when the viewership's just not there. Like, I could stream to a couple people, and I know a lot of my people were Grounded people. And I'm sure I'll revisit it at some point. Like, if Grounded 2 gets announced, I'll probably start playing Grounded again. But until then, I really want to keep growing the channel, and Grounded was just keeping the same people that were already here around and appeased, and unless I start adding in other games like Enshrouded, like, I'll never grow. I do not have a busy life. I mean, I'm sure you're busier than you give yourself credit for. You gotta play games with your buddy that streams to a lot more people than me, so you got that going. All those mod duties, too. You got a busy life. Love Grounded as well. Oh, I think I saw a gap on the back wall where you floor trim. Who did that? Good catch. It's such a minor detail that, like, no one's ever going to notice it. I'm such a goofball. I just wish the edge banding would work properly. That's my only issue with some of these voxels. But, yeah. He's going to pull that card. Okay, wait, what? What card? I got distracted. What are you talking about? I love Grounded as well, but if this was on PS5, I would stop playing Grounded in a second. I want to be able to detail that you're doing. I think that's, for me, what I'm missing. Like, at this point, the only thing I can do on Grounded and I guess this is for you specifically, John. The biggest issue that I currently have is that the memory, I have a very nice computer. I mean, it's a very nice, very high-end computer. Not the highest you can get. It's definitely not low-end, though. And I am now at the point where I'm having to delete things in my world because I'm getting memory crashes. And I of course, you probably don't know this before, John, but that's the biggest issue, is that my world is literally crashing because I have so many things built. And so I can't continue building at the rate that I'm building in Grounded without starting a new world, which to me is the most... I do not like starting new worlds. What I like doing is building endlessly for ages and just continually building upon what I've built before. That's why I had so much fun in Grounded, because I was just building and building and making the city and then the towers and then the cathedral and then the temple and then the bathhouse, and like all these things just started accumulating to be cooler and cooler. And so the builds just got more interesting and more interesting and more interesting. And it's gotten to the point where my world is so big and I have so many items that it crashes because of memory problems, and I can't fix it at this point. I talked to the developers and they were like, I was like, could I delete all the grass in the world? And like, would that free up memory? And they're like, probably not. And they're like, go delete all the lights you've ever used. And I'm like, I don't have any desire any longer to undo what I've already done to continue building. And so for me, unfortunately, I think I could keep building for a little while, of course. But it's going to be short-lived. Like, I think all I can do right now is I could finish out the houses that I have planned, but I couldn't put any more decorations. I can't put any more lights. I can't put any more, like, big details. And so it's pretty disappointing to, like, put that much effort into a world, and then you get to a point where you can't build it in anymore. And I think it took a lot of the steam out of a lot of wind out of my sails, in terms of Grounded. I still have a lot of fun with it, but I mean, you get to that point and you're like, I've kind of pushed the game to its ultimate limit. Like in a survival world, I don't like building in creatives, and I don't have a desire to start from scratch anymore. Like I want to keep working on the world I worked on. So if Grounded 2 comes, I might get the motivation. I'm going to make a couple more videos on Grounded here soon, that I had never made. Just some base tour stuff to show off some of the things that I never did a tour on. And then we'll maybe throw in some streams. I might start, as I'm able to stream more consistently, I might throw in some stuff depending on like people voting and random stuff like that. Like if people want me to go back to Grounded and I get enough people on the channel like voting for like one day a week or whatever, like we can do it until the world no longer survives. But I've had it crash 4 or 5 times in the middle of stream, and it just kind of ruins stream, having to like check and see if things save properly and losing progress. It started getting really frustrating on my end, and I didn't communicate that properly to everyone, I think, which is probably part of the issue why people are like bummed. But that's sort of some of the reasoning behind. And then, as Harley said, the ability to build detail in this game is so well geared to what I like to do. It's just like this endless capability. It's an early access game that gets really good viewership on like good, well-made videos. It has this huge upside that consoles are going to be added when it goes to 1.0, and I'm going to have this like really good head start on like massive builds and a really good knowledge base. To build really cool things in this game that I'll be able to do what I did in Grounded, teaching people to build more and better things in that same, but on a new game. So it's kind of my focus and goal. Welcome in Base Legend. Enshrouded's been really fun. There's definitely some pieces that I don't love, but the building is so incredible. It far outweighs any of the negatives this game has. Every game has negatives, of course, but the building is so incredible that I'm hooked. Like I'm having so much fun just building cool things, and the details and learning. It's what I felt for Grounded, and much of Grounded has run its course for me because I have 3,000 hours in Grounded, and you get to a certain point of a survival game, with no new content. I'm on New Game Plus 7 or something now. Like, and there's just nothing for me to do except for build, and my world's crashing when I build. So it's kind of like I've kind of pushed the game to its ultimate limit. Hit the limit on the PlayStation 5 a while ago and went to no limit. That's what scares me, is my game becoming unstable. Yeah. And I mean, there's ways, like, the issue is like the devs had no, I love this is not a jab at the Obsidian devs or anything for Grounded. It's just they don't have any solutions to the memory problems. I run on no limit. I run on the lowest settings now. I've deleted a bunch of lights. I deleted every unnecessary structure I built on the entire map. I've cleaned it up as best as possible, and they were like, you might see some better results by like increasing the RAM on your computer, but you might just waste $150 increasing the RAM on your computer as well. You might see a small gain deleting all the grass in the game, and you might not see any difference at all. And it's like, okay, well, I have no options, unfortunately. So it's kind of, that's where I'm at. Good question. I sent a picture in the Discord. Can you go look at it and answer it real quick? It will take a yes or no. Yeah, one sec. Just started and building my first village. Yeah, it's really fun. It's a really fun game so far. If you haven't seen, this is our crafting area. We have a dwarven smithing area that we're currently just fleshing out a little bit in here. Got all this area out here to build with. Got a lot to clean up as well, but... And then this side's going to get mirror image, become a mirror image on this side. Then we got to build this whole upper area. I'm still trying to figure out the roof system and how all this works. We got a long way to go, but I'm really having a lot of fun. Inside of what you're looking on right now looks amazing. Thank you. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm blown away at how like absolutely gorgeous this game is. Like, it's incredibly good looking. And we're in early access. It only gets better from here. All right, let's check out John's Discord. This is what you did, and then the wall that is on the inside built all the way up. Both walls are built all the way up, yes. So there's a wall, a half wall, so like a vertical half wall, I guess. So if you're looking at a wall, there's the exterior wall, which is slightly inside, so you see the concrete when you're on the outside of the building. And then there's a vertical half wall and then the inside wall, and both of those walls go all the way to the top, yes. The only place they don't is where I made like doorways through the wall. You're definitely on the right track. And then from there, all you want to do is pick one wall and build all the floor off of that wall. Because it'll clip into the other walls, and it looks really jank if you try to build the wall from each individual piece. You want to do the floors off of, just pick the back wall is what I did. So the wall that's kind of behind the science station, you build the floors for each floor off of that, so they all stay oriented correctly, and it's not a bunch of like weird angled floors clipping together and stuff. Need to start crafting more blocks right now. I've just been using basic stone and wood materials. I actually use a resource world for my blocks. I haven't really used it for the basic items in the game. I've collected all the, like, all this random, like, this is all just me collecting and saving up stuff for ages. But I did use a resource world to get just stacks of every block, because I don't have time at the moment to collect endlessly. I don't have the time for the grind anymore with a 2-year-old. I wish I could spend like what I did with Grounded for the longest time, but I don't have the time anymore. Sorry to ask midstream. Might have been a dumb question, but no, there's no dumb questions. That's what I'm here to do. The whole reason I stream is to help other people build cool stuff. So that means stopping to answer a question. That's all good. Okay, all good. Let's go make a day. I also really like Enshrouded is, for an early access game, has done a great job. The only thing they're missing for me as a builder is a free cam. There has to be a free cam of some kind for this building. even if it's like a photo mode that I can just fly around in, there absolutely needs to be a free cam for filming all of it. Even their TikTok guy has complained, like, please, or their social media manager has complained, like, please add a free cam to the game, because it's ridiculous that that's the one thing they don't have, and it's early access, so I can't complain. It'll be in 1.0, but that's my biggest gripe with the game so far, is content creation's abysmally annoying to do, because you have to download a mod, and I don't like the mod, and it's really choppy for fly arounds. It just doesn't look very good yet. So once they do that, this game is ultimate level, and I'll make a lot more videos on it. That's the current thing stopping me from making a lot of like content, is the lack of ability to like make good visual high production content for it. But how do you get a resource world? Two options. You can either join a server with that, like a resource world server. So it's a server that someone has put up, and they reset it every hour. So they just put a bunch of items in the chest, and then it reloads every hour. I'm assuming it kicks everyone off. That's how it works. I don't personally use one of those. I downloaded a resource world. So if you are not currently on the Enshrouded Discord, hop on their Discord. There is, I think, Wolfric. So on their Discord, I can send the link real quick. One sec. It'll be the easiest way. So if you join their Discord, step 1, and then you go to that's the same one, isn't it? So in the Discord, there's a base design showcase, like chat. You go into that. There is the Wolfric free item mall. It's like the 4th from the top. There, I believe that's a live server. So you should just be able to join that, grab any item you want, and then leave. Or if you go to DeLindsey, that's D-E Lindsay, Lindsey, DeLindsey Gaming on YouTube, he made a resource world with his community, and you can download the world. So you download the files. He has a video. If you watch the video, he teaches you how to change your game from Steam cloud saves to a local save, and then you can add his save file to your save files. And when you're in the main menu, once you get it saved properly, it just comes up as the PRW v4.1, which is also an option. DeLindsey Gaming's PRW v4.1 is also in that same base design showcase, but you download it, add it to your local saves, and then you can go into it, and then when you take every item in it, you just paste the files in your file system over it, and they all reload back to normal. So I could take all of these, copy and paste all of the items, or copy and paste the save file back over it, and it would reload it to this. And that's what I do to get all the blocks. I haven't really used it for any of the other stuff. Just mostly been using it for the blocks at this time. And then every update, he re-updates it. And the great part is your character saves all your items. So if you go to your friend's world, all your items, all your weapons, everything in your inventory stays the same. And it is as it is every time. You'd have to make a different character to get a new one, essentially. So I preferred the individual method of adding it to my save, so I can reload it whenever I want, and I can change things or do whatever. But some people prefer the server. It's simpler to do the server. I just don't know if there's like ever problems with there's too many people on and you can't get in or whatever. You can have 16 people, so unlikely, but possible. I don't know enough to answer that part properly. Yeah. And I think that's an absolute huge perk. That is what, like, I played Grounded for ages, and there was no way other than purely going to creative to get all the items you wanted, or using a mod essentially. And it just was no longer it wasn't as enjoyable for me as this portion. So I very much enjoy the ability to just come in and do whatever I want. I don't understand. These look slightly different. Textures just don't want to connect properly. Whatever. It's a minor detail that no one's ever going to notice but me. Struggle of staring at this stuff like I do. At least it's the same now. It's good enough. I don't even know if I need that, but just keeps the consistency, I guess. Yeah, resource worlds are incredible. And I mean, if you don't want to, if you only want to build, which a lot of people do, it completely removes the fact, like, there's no custom world at this point. So you can't just spawn items in unless you're using the Builder's Companion mod, which it's clunky. It's kind of like the Unreal Engine unlocker. It works, but it's not great. Delindsey, so DELINDSEY. DELINDSEY. Delindsey Gaming. And he has a video of how to download his thing, do the whole process. If you're even slightly computer good with PCs and stuff, you shouldn't have any issue. I would consider myself a Neanderthal with most computers, at least for a 32-year-old. I should be better with computers, but I'm not amazing, and I figured it out fairly easy. There's a couple things there's a couple really key points that you have to do. The main things being turn off your Steam Cloud saves, so your game is now locally saved. So you'll have to, if you go the route I went, you'll have to back up your saves, just on your computer wherever you want to save. Hey, it's Ludarev. Dang, man, what's up? Long time no see. How's it going? I helped Ludarev get it added to his game so he could play as well and have the resource world. And then you have to make, like, the key being turn off Steam Cloud saves, move your saves from the Steam Cloud folder to a local save folder, which he walked through very well. And then, so like, this was the only world I had. So you have to just start. You have to just create another world. You don't have to go in it. You don't have to do anything, but there has to be 2 world saves in your game, or else the files don't show up correctly for some odd reason. But it's incredible. I love the resource world. A lot of people just use the Builder's Companion and spawn everything in, but that's too creative mode for me. I like playing essentially vanilla, just with the ability to have all the items without using mods. So I really like it. Feeling looks really good, man. I really want this. Be able to create this castle damn near 1-to-1 to the Netflix show? Dude, you really would, though. Soon. It's coming this year. It's definitely, as far as I can tell, it's going to be releasing this year. Floor stuff is confusing. It all clips into each other. Yes, that is the pagoda base in a nutshell. It is very, that's why I said on the floor, you want to build off of one wall. You don't build floor, you don't build if it's, 7 or 8 things wide. You don't build all the way out and then go to the next wall and build all the way out. You just pick one wall and build all the floors. Fill up the whole thing on that one grid. You don't want to use all the grids for the floors specifically. Everything else is built on each individual wall set. The floors are the only thing you want to stay on one grid, because they'll clip into the other walls and they hide in that, what you were saying, like how there's the front wall, the outside wall, and the inside wall. The extra floor pieces all clip into it, and you'll never have any clue. So that's the way to do it. You feel free to send pictures and ask questions in Discord as well. Passed out early as hell. Just woke up, seen you were live, so I figured I'd pop in and say what's up. Yeah, thank you, man. Also, I like potato. raided me on Monday with like 15, 20 people. So chat was popping on Monday. It was great. We had all the people chilling. I have disabled cloud saving by default. Used to be a community manager for a game that utilized it, and there were multiple reports of users having the cloud wiped. Interesting. Well, then you're halfway there. I'd say for most people, turning off cloud saves is the hard part. So because you have to move the cloud saves to your local save files. So that is what most people struggled with. So once you do that, all you have to do is you have to download his save file and paste it in your local save. As I said, you have to make that second world. That is the key, or else you've already essentially, yours is actually good because you're in there already, so it shouldn't matter. If you save it to a local save, that it should all save properly that way. So all you should have to do is just paste the world into your local save file and you're done. Ability to clip stuff into each other is a good thing. Yes. Like I did it a little in Grounded. With the pagoda base and some other things I've done, but in this game, I love that the blocks are one thing and one grid, and then the decor is completely separate. So you can, like here, these windows are double this. They are they? Like that is what that window normally looks like. So and you just pop it down into the floor, and you have a perfect hand railing. There's just so many cool things you can do. I haven't even touched the surface, but like stuff like this where you can like, that's one item. That's a decor item. The chains are decor items. These cool grid, whatever, metal grate things, I guess. I think they're an iron gate. Like they're totally separate. It just works so incredibly well. It's such an interesting system. And it's a lot easier to build off grid and do weird stuff in Enshrouded than it is in Grounded. Glad he raided and said, "What's up? What's new since the last stream? I've seen you inlaid the roof." Yes. So I don't think I touched any of this last stream. I've just done some little bottom details and been messing with some other materials, but nothing crazy nothing out here really. I started laying out the staircase, but didn't work on it. So last stream, these looked like windows, so I just went on the other side, filled all these in off stream, except for that weird little hole, my light. That's all I have to do is like, okay, I got some sunlight, I'm good, my vitamin D is ready, now I can play again. So yeah, we just did all the ceiling today, essentially. Went and relayed everything out, did all the detail work, figured out a good system for that, messed with this. I might still mess with this a little, I don't know yet. There's a lot going on, I like that, but I also want it to be even cooler. I think it might need to go one higher, if anything. That makes sense. Like this block goes up one, just up, and there's more wood showing, but it still looks cool. I don't know. So now I'm ready to start organizing all my chests and stuff, but I'll do all that off stream because that's super boring and repetitive, and I'm gonna change my mind 1,000 times. So really all I have to do is place all the lights, because these torches gotta go at some point. And I might do all the lighting off stream as well, because it's also boring and repetitive and anyone can place lights. I want to start working on my armory at some point soon. Might do a couple quests as well. I want to keep chugging along on the quests in the game as I go each stream. I don't want to be... the new update comes out and still not have finished everything again. Chandelier in the middle, me and all my chandeliers. Actually, that's probably a pretty good idea. Question is there chandeliers? I know there's some. I don't know if I grabbed any or not yet. How's the bag end going? Have you touched it recently, I guess, is the real question. Been playing it all? I haven't placed a single chandelier. These ones are cool, but I don't like the green. I wish you could change the color. That's my big thing. Yes, let's go, base. Good luck. Enjoy. It's gonna change the game. Like, it's so convenient. The hard part is not using it to get every single thing in the game all the time, which at the end of the day really isn't a problem, but... Yeah, this is the hard part of, like... I don't think I've really seen anyone messing with these too much. We did a thing. That's weird. I think I've seen one good chandelier so far. I haven't seen, like, people actually building them, is what I'm saying. They aren't bad, but could be better. I want to say, I can't remember. Hey, that's a huge storage room. What's up, Josue? How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Good to see you. I feel like I took a picture on my phone of a decent chandelier I saw, but I can't remember. Hurts my brain to... There's so many pictures I save. So many pictures. I just take screenshots of everything I see that I think is a cool build. Could use the chains. That could be interesting. Might have to run to the resource world and see what other lighting options there are. Oh, I don't see a... That isn't a problem for me. I'm the type of person who buys the master edition of a game and then disables the DLC that gives you special starter gear. I won't be tempted, just want to build, let's go. That's all that matters. I went in and stole this weapon. And I didn't feel like reloading for the weapon I wanted. I just wanted the lifesteal weapon. But I got most of the other stuff legit. I wish it looked cooler. I don't really like this weapon, but I like its effects. There we go. Yeah. I like the crit chance with the healing and stuff is what I enjoy. You get a lot of healing with that. Sent a picture of the floor if you could elaborate on it. Yeah, no problem. Let's see. Yes, that's correct. And then build, like, so you currently have 4 blocks wide. Just build 8 or whatever blocks wide. Build out to the other sides that come together in like a triangle. You just build that same floor on that same grid. The only thing you have to do is in some of the corners, you have to use like a triangle block instead. So it doesn't peek through the outside of the build. So, but now there's quarter floors and stuff as well. So you shouldn't, you can use whatever floor piece to fill the little gaps and you won't notice half of them. Once you place down all the items and all that stuff, you'll be good. You'll have no clue. Nice. It's looking real good. I don't even really love those chandeliers, but they look nice. Nice enough. It's looking clean, though. This is what I was wanting. This, like, bougie, super bougie crafting or storage room. Love it. I'll say, this button right here, the fact that Grounded never added this, crazy. Absolutely insane to me that I had to have the Unreal Engine unlocker to be able to make footage and take cool screenshots that didn't have the HUD. Unless I only used photo mode. Such an easy option to add. Okay, I gotta stop running around and just looking at my base. I'm gonna start working on something. Hard part is I don't quite know how I want this area to work yet. So the idea currently is that you'll come down. You got this staircase. Get a little idea in there. Oh, the chandeliers? Yeah, now I'm going to have to make something. I got to find... I swear I have a picture of some cool chandeliers that someone had, like, added some things together. There's also some really cool chandeliers in the game that they haven't added yet, unfortunately. They're coming. So yeah, you go down here. You'll come around here. And then in some way, shape, or form, there's going to be like this epic staircase that I still have so much to figure out. And then there'll be this massive armory with all the armors showing off, all the weapons, and similar to what I did in Grounded, like a big showcase for all those items. So that's probably the next build we'll be working on. I also want to start finishing this area. So we might, I don't know, might start on some of this as well. I want to get this upper area looking epic, so it's hard to say. See, the last thing I saw was just the entrance and didn't see the finish room and the storage. What else have you done? Well, so I'll give you it's a quick tour. We haven't done a million things yet, but so we got, this is our main entrance to the dwarven smithing area. If you saw most of this, I don't think much changed. I think I changed some of the windows to look a little more interesting. We got our little stream that comes down through the little arch up there and goes under like it's a little moat. And then we'll eventually... This is all going to be a big castle up here, like my castle. So then this will probably be like a pond or something. I'm kind of waiting. They're going to add water to the game at some point, and so I'm kind of waiting for the water block to be added, because currently I'm using ice and snow, and it definitely works. But I don't know if the water is going to have like a flowing option, and it might look like running water. I don't know. But this gets the effect very well, so that's that idea. And then you come in, you got the smithing area. We got some of the details sort of figured out. Just messing with extra details like this little thing. Figuring out how all these blocks interact and the details you can do is crazy. This part looks really good. I'm really, really happy with how this turned out so far. We just have an open area we haven't done anything with, but I'm going to fill this all up. I don't know if it'll go all the way that far back. It might not. It might go way further. Who knows? I don't know how much room I need yet. And then this side will be a mirror image over here. Or this side will be a mirror image of this. Then upstairs, we're just slowly working on it. I'm trying to decide how I want to do the ceiling in here. There's so many options. I'm trying to decide if I want more stone, the wood ceiling, the wood angles of the roofs. Like all the roofs look like wood on the bottom, so I'm not like a huge fan of those. So I'm kind of leaning towards trying to use more stone to break it up here and there. I have a couple builds from in the game that I'm using as references for this. Just trying to figure out, I want some like big columns all the way down, little columns. Those actually might end up as, this is going to be like an entrance, and then there'll be a secondary floor up here, just going over this floor. So that'll all be walled off. This will all be walled off. This will just be kind of a big, cool open area. Got to finish this thing off. And then you just do this. I keep coming in here and just deleting things and trying to figure out how to like add cool details to these doors. Just messing with stuff. None of that stuff's all finalized. And then this is pretty much done. We just have to fix the lighting and then put in all the individual blocks in these chests and all the items. But the idea being this will be filled, though, like this will be granite. So I'll put I'll have a whole chest of granite block, and then I'll have this upper chest be polished granite or whatever. And then this will be granite, and this will be polished granite, like filled in, essentially. So you can see, doesn't work amazingly well with granite specifically because I built this out of granite, so we're gonna have to mess with that maybe. Polished granite's gonna be kind of the same issue. Now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't think about those two blocks specifically. They don't work very good, but the rest of the blocks look great. It'll be like this. So each block will get its own thing, and then we'll just slowly fill it out. It's just the most efficient way I've seen to like show, because I don't want to look in every chest to figure it out, and there's so many items. I need like a visual representation of whatever's in that chest. So that's my current plan. We'll just fill all the blocks out and then leave some spaces for future blocks. We'll do decor and resource items and slowly fill these chests up and leave some extra chests. Hopefully this is more than enough chests. If it's not, I'm gonna cry really hard and hate my life. And then we did the roof today, or the ceiling of this area, just adding some detail here and there. And we did this center thing, which was pretty fun. I see one issue right there that I messed up. We're gonna have to, I got a couple of those. I'll have to go inside and clean those out to properly work. This obsidian block specifically is kind of funky to mess with, because with the whenever the corners are open, they add these little things. So if you don't fill in all the gaps, you get weird little things of it sticking through. Another question in Discord. I'm really sorry. I know I'm asking a lot, but I'm trying to figure this out. If you don't mind. Yeah, one sec. It would be sweet if you could reflect natural light off mirrors. Could get an underground garden that's growing from light above. So someone just finished the Rings of Power. It would be so sick. Like the idea, kind of like the resource world. Yeah, that's exactly my idea. I would just wanted to do my own cleaner, like elevated style of exactly what they did. I've seen someone, someone literally built this exact thing with like different blocks. It might even be the same blocks. I can't remember. I just saw a picture and was like, dude, chest, open spot for the items. Perfect. That's all I could dream of. I was like, I don't know how to organize this stuff any better than this. And it looks super clean, especially when we get rid of all the crappy torches and put these nice bronze ones everywhere. Something like that. It'll look way nicer. We're just a ways off. I'll probably do the lighting off stream or something. You lamented that staircase somewhere in here near the resource station. Did you just pick a wall? So the staircase is the back wall. So the field station. Mine is if you're facing the field station. This is where, if you're on my Discord, you could probably look through that, the Timber Builds Pagoda Base build inspirations one. I don't have time to look through it, but it's actually like with the very bottom images. All it is the center block, the center square floor. There's one floor, and then I built the staircase off of that same back wall. But you could put the staircase wherever you want. It's pretty arbitrary. But I just left it one block off and then built it straight down. So when you're facing the stair, the field station is just to the left of it. But if you look at Timber Build's Pagoda Base photos in the build inspiration, you can use all of those reference images, and there's tons to show you like that exact detail. And actually the last 6 photos that Velocity posted, one of them shows that stair, and it shows the one block and then the stair going down, and the stair goes to the little smith station thing I made. Hopefully that makes sense. I finished it a while ago, but I love the creativity. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I assume you binged the crap out of it. It was good. And that was one of the details that I was like, dude, that's sick. Yeah, they did a really good job. It also makes, when everything collapses and they get stuck, it makes it that much more, like, interesting overall. It fits very well with the story that they did around that whole thing. It was really good, well done. I'm gonna have to go up in this ceiling and fill in all these gaps later. Okay. I wanted to do just a couple. I don't even have a frame. I wanted to just go do some of these random quests real fast, just because why not? Take a quick break. We pretty much finished the crafting room other than putting the items themselves in it, so that feels pretty good to be done with. Feels like a good time to take a quick little break from it. I've been neglecting some of these miscellaneous quests that I want to just knock out. Most of them are so quick and easy, it doesn't even matter. Like this. This is all I had to do? Is that what you're telling me? Like, how have I not done just that? Is this one of the bounce things? Yeah. Oh, geez. You want to go? This thing scared me so bad the first time I saw one of them. They're creepy. Is there another quest here? Did I get the dagger thing? Well, we did that quest, whatever it was. Go here. It's 1 a.m., so I'm going to head off, but we'll drop in another night to say hi next time I see you on. Yeah, I'd stream Monday, Wednesday, Fridays currently, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to about 11 p.m. My current schedules. So feel free to drop in. It was good chatting. Glad I could get you set up, or help you get set up with that the resource world. It's gonna change your life. It makes the game so fun. Is everything I felt this game was missing for me. It just allows me to build really cool stuff while also just playing the game. Almost. Aha. Where there's a will, there's a way. What the? I really want to go down there, but I don't want to have to come back. Did you build your roof too high or one high? What roof? I guess this is my question. What is this? Yeah, I had a feeling it was just going to be some clay or something. This looks like a meteor site. Like, how is it just clay down there? God, all the biomes are so cool. I think that's also what I love, is the ability to terraform. As much as I love Grounded, the fact that you can terraform in this game, it just makes building so cool. Like, exponentially better. Oh, look. A town. No, I don't think I've ever even been here, have I? I'm definitely over leveled for it, so There's that. Pagoda base. Looking at the reference pictures, it looks like 2 walls. Send me an image of where you're talking about. Oh, that should help me. I'm not quite sure what roof you're talking about is the only thing. I was like, what do I hear walking right now? It's a rat. It's always a rat. Where are my mouse presets not working? Heck. Stinky game. I have mouse button like 1 through 7 on my mouse, and for some reason every once in a while they just stop working. For literally no reason. Quite frustrating. Ooh, a chest. I'll need that. What the heck? She scared the crap out of me. Is it in here? Time for harvest. This? I didn't kill them, I promise. It wasn't me. Or just post another image. Wait. Yeah, or just post an image of where you're looking at in the Discord. I know exactly what spot you're talking about. Am I insane? What is this? Strawberries, their flavor reminded me of her old home, which used to be bountiful oasis before disaster struck. In exchange for berries, she revealed the location of buried treasure in this trash pit. If we want to explore the location, dig up hidden treasures. Gosh, helps when you read, you know? So it's this. Oh, don't do that. Wow. Thanks, lady. What would I do without you? I swear I blocked that. I also want to keep killing enemies because I really want to get the last level, the last couple levels. So I can get my final skill points implemented. Perfect, I'll check it out in 1 sec. These are probably not the right people to be fighting, though, is the only thing. They're too low level. I'm gonna have to kill a lot of these dudes. Okay, okay, okay. We're good. We're alive. A sketch. Getting a little sketchy. Ooh, piece of camp. Let me in. I just hear people walking around. Yep. Alright, I'll go this way and kill him. No! That's so much fall damage. We're over here trying to be like realistic, like you fell 10 feet, you broke your ankles. Rude. Oh, is that really it? You can't even get higher? There are bosses? Yes, there are. Do you want to see the boss? Well, one boss? This is the most recent boss. It's pretty epic. It's a really difficult fight, too. I feel this game is really interesting because it's like polarizingly difficult, where like things are either way too easy or very, very difficult. But that is the most recent boss they added. So you fight this dude like this. And nothing about this fight is easy. It's very difficult. Oh, jeez. Press the wrong button. So you fight him in this ring. And so you have to use range for, like, everything. Which I don't have anything on me currently. Got all my arrows at home. And he does this craziness. You gotta, like, perfect block it. To stun. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, we get it, we get it. Okay, we're dead. We're definitely dead. And we're dead. Okay. So that is how hard the boss is. He kills you so fast. If you get stuck at all, you're toast. He's crazy. So yeah, that's the boss. There's a wyvern, I think is the correct term. Boss. That's the first boss. Then there's some giant, like Cyclops bosses. There's like troll things. There's banshees, I guess is the best explanation. There's some crazy zombie things. There's a lot of really cool things. That one is the penultimate boss at the moment, but there's a lot of really good fights. There's like mini bosses, actual bosses. There's a whole lot of stuff. It's really good. Not a boss. That's a god tier fight. Dude, it's hard. Like, it was really hard. I will get to your Discord thing in a second. I have to land. You can't. I guess I can do that. Never mind. Can't do that. The floor. Is that what you're talking about? Did you scribble the blue? So you're saying is the flooring one layer or two layers? Am I understanding that correctly? Oh, 2 walls up. Yes, 2 full wall height, correct. Yes. Yeah, essentially it's 2 full staircases between each level is how I did all of it. This. I whiffed that so hard. Hey, dude, chill. This is why I use lifesteal builds, because I'm a cheeky turd. Why heal? Why make potions and smoothies and stuff when you can just lifesteal through everything? The mass Cyclops skeleton in the Hollow Halls. Dude. The Hollow Halls was the first 1 or 2. You're like, dude, this is so easy. Like, what a joke. And then you get to the next one and you're like, okay, this is kind of hard. You get to the next one, you're like, it's kind of harder. Okay, no, hold on. It's getting harder. It just gets exponentially. Each one gets harder and harder and harder and harder and more difficult. And there's more enemies. And the final bosses, you go from 1 of them to 2 of them. Like, they just get way more difficult. But they're really cool. Would buy Enshrouded, but it's $30. That's why I bought it. $30 for this game is like a steal. This thing first. Come here, you nerd. That is also a great feature that they added recently. The ability to make those guys come to you. Pull them to you, I guess, what it is. There's the entrance. It's worth $30 though, I'll tell you that much. This is all early access. I mean, there's still like a year of development in this game probably, if not more. A year is my best guess of how long they're going to keep doing early access. And that doesn't even mean that they might, like, that they won't add things after the 1.0 release. Like, we have no clue. Trying to scare the crap out of me. I'm gonna beat you guys with a torch because I can't see anything down here. I just hear spiders and I hate it. This could be 60 bucks easy. Oh, 100%. I would happily spend 60 bucks on this game. Like, God, I want to start using this block on stuff. It looks so good. So good. Gloom Monarch pants. I don't really think I need those. Not very good. Compared to my stuff. Yeah. Not good. Not good enough. Sure. I'll always take some of that garbage, though. Don't need that, though. Make them come to you? Yeah. Did I get the challenge? Guess I got that challenge. Let's see what this one is. I've been wondering where I haven't gotten that armor yet. Yeah. All right, we can go there. I think that's what's most impressive to me is that this game's 30 bucks. Doesn't work for everyone's budget, so don't take that as like out of context. It just amazes me that this game's 30 bucks in early access and it feels like a fully polished, amazingly well-developed game already. With honestly quite a few less like glitches and issues than I've seen. Yeah. Oh, okay, they come up the stairs. Dang it. I wanted them all to just fall down there in the hole. Oh, here they come. Yeah. I really enjoy the skill tree in this game so far, too. It's very well done. Ah, that was what I needed. Okay, we don't need that. Don't need sand. Don't need rubble, don't need bone. I will take the cosmetic stuff, though. That's all good. I'm going to try and pass back out. Just want to say what's up. I'll be lurking. Have a good rest of your stream. Thanks, Lude. Sorry I never messaged you about doing the base tour this weekend. I ended up buying a third monitor off of Marketplace. Just reinvesting some stream earnings and stuff. Trying to upgrade the production level of the stream and make things function a bit better. And I ended up buying it and then having to completely disassemble my entire setup, redo everything. It took me all weekend to get it properly set up because it was such a mess. So I'll hit you up soon. I want to get that done. I've just been all over the place. Please tell me these guys are like down here. I don't think they're down here. That's electric. The ripoff. Sounds good, man. We'll get it done, though, for sure. I want to get a couple more videos posted to the channel, so that's one of the ones that just needs... It's easy enough. Just got to get her done. What a sad way to go. Just, like, sitting in a chair. Okay, so this was the wrong way. This is not the way we were supposed to go. Gotta stop drinking this Red Bull. I do not need this right now. The first half of it was really good, really helpful. I don't need the second half of it right now, or I'm never gonna sleep tonight. I'm just going further. We're not getting closer. Let's try to go up here. What a mess. What a mess. Seems way further away. It looked close for some reason. Should be able to make it to there, maybe? No? I gotta land there. I think we're fine. Close enough. We'll maybe survive. Might just fall down a cliff. No, we're good. This'll work. We're alive. No sleep, just vape and Red Bull. I mean, if I didn't have a child, that's all we'd be doing, dude. Kill them chickens. I would be totally fine to just vape and Red Bull all night. Don't you worry, Uzen. We'll come in. You always come in and it's just always some comment about smoking. My wife, I told my wife about your comment the other day and she's like, didn't understand. And I was like, you're just not, you don't rip enough, babe. You just don't know. It's a culture. It's a community. Although, interestingly enough, I went in, saw a specialist, and it's pretty confirmed at this point. I took a test and I'm waiting for the results, but I also did an in-person thing. I do have ADHD, so that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I'll probably be getting some medication for that here soon, and I might be able to get 100 videos done in a day now. All right, I pissed off too many of these. This is a mistake. There's a lot. Okay, you get over here. Aha. Sorry, Galen. That's unfortunate. It's a way of life. Vapor die, baby. Vapor die. I literally just accidentally... Wait. Did I accidentally go to the end? Is that what just happened? I just accidentally essentially completed the mission, the second part or third part of the mission without actually meaning to. Totally on accident. Guess I can't complain. Thug life, right? Ugh, who puts a trap right there? Such a dick move. The Draconin Vulture took him. We did it. We did it. I mean, it's completed. Let me double check. Follow the footsteps. Must have. I still have all these music sheets to get. I didn't get any of the artifacts because I totally missed them. Naturally, I'm missing one of those. All of those. How have I not done this? I swear I already did that. Completed that. I don't understand. Like, I don't really want... I want to do these to clear them, but I don't want these items. Also don't want cats. I want a dog. Alright, I'm out. Gotta clean my room, then heading to bed. Have a nice stream. Thanks for the help again, West Man. Have a good night. You too, John. again, feel free to post. There's no dumb questions in this chat. So feel free to post as many random questions as you need. Post images. I originally had Velocity, my mod. I sent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of photos of that pagoda base to help him rebuild it. So don't at all feel bad asking an insane amount of questions, because it's not an insane amount. That's what the Discord's for at the end of the day. I don't want the kitties. I feel like I'm missing something. Best Builders Discord out there. Ain't that the truth? Or at least that's the goal. Fine wool, craft warm padding. Oh, craft warm padding. Idiot. I'm like out here looking for this quest. I could just have to go craft something. There's the dog search. That's what we should have done. The issue is I have to have the food for him. Alright, let's go back to base. I got too much crap in my inventory to be doing this. Put everything away. Perfect, just enough. Not good. There we go. Don't think I have any of that, so we're good. I swear I always do this where I like leave the base and I have all my crafting materials with me. Just like, good job, good job. And watch the top 10 tips while I sleep. Let's go. It's a great video. I just made I couldn't make all 10 tips into YouTube shorts because some of them were like 7 or 8 minutes long. I think one of them was 10 minutes long. It was there's a couple really long ones. But I just made them into YouTube shorts as well. The majority of them, at least. It was a fun video, though. It was a very fun video to make. Still my best video to this day, so. I'm going to be doing a top 10 build tips for Enshrouded here soon as well. I just have to get some more footage to make the video itself. So I just got to keep building cool things at this point, and then I'll have enough to build the whole thing out. Which is quite exciting. It's been fun. A real good time. Polished. Just build this out. Go this side, I guess. Want to get this all. The more random stuff, rooms I get built, the easier it is to detail this stuff. It's been sort of my current goal, getting as much randomness like this sort of built, and then we can sort of, just the same way I just did the crafting room, which worked pretty well. Add the details after you get the main space kind of figured out. Seems to work pretty well for me in this game so far. Whereas ground, I mean, that's kind of how I dealt with Grounded as well. I definitely think of this game as more of a sculpting exercise almost, where I build out the basic walls and the basic levels, and then from there I try to sculpt by adding clay or removing clay in that concept of sculpting. To add the details and stuff. It's kind of confusing, but that's the way I like to think of it, if that makes sense. be sort of an additive and subtractive measure, where like this is sculpted, built as a flat wall that's many blocks deep, one of these foundation blocks, and then I sculpt with the smaller detail tools into these walls. It's kind of the way I'm enjoying it. Same with like building these walls out. I think I built these as individuals, but that's sort of, I built them out and then built everything on top of it, essentially. These were just flat walls that I cut into. And then same with the roof. Flat roof, little details added over and over again. Seems to be my bread and butter technique so far for this game. Be a really interesting roof style to make. That'd be really interesting. So currently what I'm thinking is like kind of big doors with some type of roof. I'm also kind of interested in like not maybe using roofs for everything. Maybe just using blocks. That looks good too. I just wish I like that the roofs are flat. I really like that, but I don't like that they all are wood. I wish they weren't wood. I don't really want this as like a dwarven smith. I don't really want it to be, I want the wood to be accents where you'd build a column out of wood like in a mine shaft. But I don't necessarily, like, you wouldn't really build, I mean, I guess you kind of would, but I want it to look more like you built it out of the earth, essentially, where, not that there's a lot of earth showing, per se. That was kind of my original thought process. That's been adjusted. As I built this more, I just really like the block textures that are offered, so I'm using as many of them as I can. But I think more stone just feels better for an underground building in general. At least in my opinion. Feels right to me, you know? Inside one. Correct. That's why you need first-person mode. Don't have to build behind things like that. Great thing is, the more I play, the more comfortable I'm getting with this build system in general as well. It's a slow process in the beginning, I think. There's just a lot to learn. Not necessarily a bad thing, but there's a lot to learn. Okay, then this is built out to that way. That way. Keep that detailing. Mo detail, mo better. The way I like to think of it. Especially in a game like this. Mo detail, mo better. Can't really go wrong with adding more. How did I do this? Too high. Something feels wrong. This? Is that even? No, it's not even. What am I doing wrong? This feels horribly off. What did I do? It's one in front, one in front. Why does it look so uneven? This? Or is it this? Okay, so that's in line with the other one, so that's the issue. One block too many over. And then one of these. Where's my conifer wood? Dude, the conifer wood is absolutely one of my favorite blocks in the game. It's just so nice. Beautiful. Also very well fits the super bougie smith styling I'm going for. It is. Cool. I think that all looks correct. Lovely. Eventually, I'm probably going to get rid of these things. Actually, you know, I don't need them anymore. They were just there because I didn't have a set of stairs. But now we have stairs. So, you know, we might as well use them. I just built this set of stairs. This isn't quite what it's going to look like. I think I'm going to do... Part of my shift in content is I want to go, if anyone knows who he is, Luderav would, See-Through did videos where, I mean, to 10,000 subscribers or so, he just did a daily upload. I can't quite do daily uploads. I don't have the time he has, because he's a full-time content creator, so I kind of have to make do with what I got. But I want to start doing live streams, and then on my day off, I want to film a 30-minute Let's Build where I just build for 30 minutes, talk about design, talk about the way I'm thinking of things, thinking through the build, talking about details I'm working on, just discussions around design and that kind of stuff, and then post that. So the days I stream, the next day there's a VOD to watch. The days I don't stream, the next day there's a video to watch. And so you have this cycle where people get to continuously follow, and I think it's going to exponentially speed up the build process, because I was just doing this streaming and I can't stream every day, so we weren't moving very fast. I think that's going to be a positive change for the channel in the long run. What is up, Dr. Detroit? How are you picturing this in your head? This is massive. How long have you been building this thing? First off, welcome in. Hope you're having a good night. How am I thinking of this thing? It's sort of a twofold process for my brain. So first, I decided the Mistberry Catacombs. I wanted to build an entire city or village in this entire area. So as the build grows, if you think this is massive, we're going to build this entire thing out. So there's going to be a wall that goes around the entire rim. So that's like up on that. Let's see, make it better. So like up here, goes all the way around. I'll come down, up. I think there's going to be a big tower of some kind here. All the way around, all the way around. There'll be houses for every NPC or every type of NPC in this general area. We're going to do a massive castle for myself. This will be my living quarters up in this area. And there's some fun lore that I'm working through because it's built on the Mistberry Catacombs, which is where it's all shrouded and stuff. So the shroud's going to be like leaking into the city, or the town, whatever it's going to be called. And it's going to be ripping this castle out of the ground, and it's going to be it's going to be epic. We're a ways off from starting this castle, though, like a long ways. And then I want to build some library museum building on this side. And then there'll be like houses kind of on the hillsides and built into it. There's gonna be all sorts of stuff, lots of craziness. I wanted to start at least with this portion of the build. The idea was, one, I wanted to mess with the terrain mechanics. So building like a dwarven structure or something built into the wall. I just was like, I need a place, one, for all of my storage, all of my crafting, all of my blocks, all of everything. So I was like, what better place to store all your materials in a massive mountain, because there's all this extra space. And I just had this picture of, if you've looked up Petra in Jordan, it's like, and then Erebor and Lord of the Rings kind of like combined the styling of those two kind of like structures built into a hillside or a mountainside. And I've just been messing with all the techniques, and I want the city to essentially show off like a floating base, a base built into a mountain, a base built on a hill, houses built in a city, and just walls, castle, everything. I want to build everything I possibly can. And so it started as just build a cool entrance into the mountain, and then build out a smithing area and make it look sort of like a mine that is made for refining and making materials. It seemed fitting for a storage. So I just built this roughed in this big structure, and then just cleared out a massive hole in the mountain. First thing I did was center and build this thing as like my forge. I made this lava looking texture that I saw from another creator I really liked, and I found a cool use for it in my build. And then I'm slowly making it, the idea being like a bougie mine shaft, so not rough and destroyed. Like, this is like a very sort of like, I mean, you think of like Erebor from Lord of the Rings, if you know that. A very fancy, amazingly high skill build, just making really cool looking underground base. And so the idea was a main chamber for this thing with a second story. It's called mezzanine. But I have an architectural background, if you didn't know, Doctor. So I went to school for architecture, worked in an architecture firm for many years, and that's sort of what I do is I mega build. It's all if you go to my YouTube channel, I played Grounded for a long time, made a bunch of mega builds on there, and I've been transitioning to Enshrouded because the building's insane. And so this was just fun, open, make a cool space. The second space is just a big overhead space that's built around the shape of the big entrance. That's sort of what's determining what I'm messing with here. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do these roofs and stuff. But we're just slowly fleshing out little detail after little detail. The sides will be where like all of the different NPCs and stuff in the game. I'll have different crafting areas with all the different tools and accessories and stuff. I just haven't had time to quite flesh that out. I want to get my storage all figured out. And then this side will mirror what's happening over there. That's a fairly simple change. But I have all them stuck over here, so they stopped bugging me. And then I wanted to come back behind the forge and build a big crafting room for all of my storage needs. So I'll have the idea being this chest will have conifer wood, and then this will be a conifer wood block that shows it off, and then I'll pick timber block, and this block will be timber, and then the upper one will be timber. And so you have a little example of what every single block is that goes in each one of these chests, with hopefully a lot of room for more items, because they just keep adding more and more every update. So I hope I don't need more chests than this. But again, just making a really fancy looking storage room. I saw this detail sort of like chests in a wall, and then I think they had just sort of plastered it out like that. So I just decided make a little hole, put those blocks in it. I might be able to put some of the decor items in those areas as well. We'll see. And then I'll have all the resources, all the other blocks. And from there, it's just sort of messing with fun details at this point. It's like come up with the function and the form, make this square, and I just happened to build this out and was like, hey, that's a cool detail. Like to come back into this corner. So I kind of kept that and just built around, very repetitive and simple. We did this tonight. Just adding fun details, added the roof in, the little details of growing across. Just right now, it's a lot of kind of testing for me because I'm still learning the mechanics of this game a lot. And the build's insane at this point, like how the different blocks like this interact with one another, how they work when you place them. Like they just get so many interesting details, and you really have to mess with everything. So that's kind of, I approach it because of my architectural background, I can approach it in a master planning way where I can envision in my head roughly how I see this whole thing. So I see, like, okay, this is a really cool area. I've seen like one person build some massive castle that didn't really utilize it. So I wanted to utilize the shape of this mountain, sort of like almost like a exploded volcano. I really like this area. It's like protected and cool. There's all these extra things. You can build houses out on these because my flame altars are placed to where I think most of this is covered. I think it covers all the way to about here, maybe out to there, and out to about here. So I can build on all of this. And I just thought it was a really cool area. And then my master planning architectural background just kind of lets me run with it. And then from there, I just kind of decide like, I want a place to show off all the items, and I want a place. So this will go down, it'll go down a really cool set of stairs, and it'll be a massive room for an armory. So it'll have all the armor, all the weapons showcased. And this is a very similar thing I did in Grounded, where I sort of think through every building type that could show off. I like 100%ing games. And so my goal is to show off every single item in the build that I do. So this game's perfect because a city makes total sense because there's 15, 20 something. I have 16 survivors now, and I don't even think I have all of them at this point. So I was like, it makes sense to build a house for every single one, do interesting details, make videos on each individual house, make videos and tours and stuff, and make this massive city. Because I really enjoy the master planning, like city building concept in games like this. And then, so that's why I have a storage room. I'm going to have an armory with the weapons. I want to have a castle because it's fun and cool. I'm going to build a library with a museum underneath because you can build books in the game and put them on shelves. And I've seen some really, really like gorgeous looking library stacks and stuff. So I was like, that makes perfect sense. Make like an ancient library to hold all the Flameborn knowledge and stuff. And then with the newest update, there's all of the artifacts and the Cyclops statue thing. So I was like, and the mosaics and all that, I was like, it makes sense to build a cool museum type thing in a library. So I'm thinking like library up top, and then in the ground, in this mound, there will be some sort of underground museum sort of space. And I also want to build as many different styles and types of things as I possibly can in this. And I start insanely big. I don't know if we ever finish this entire city. I don't know where we get. I don't even think this game's going to go into 1.0 like full release until the end of the year. So I could be building this for a year. So I start on a really, really large scale. So I have endless amounts of building potential. Just because that's what my content's based around. I built a massive city in Grounded. If you've ever played that game, amazing game. If you haven't played it, you should definitely give it a shot and check out my videos on that. And I just love the details in this game. The building mechanics are absolutely next level compared to any other building game I've ever played. And I don't even feel like I've scratched the surface of the capabilities that this game has at this point. And I'm just testing, messing. I think luckily I'm a very visual person, so like looking at stuff in 3 dimensions like this is really easy for my brain to just like picture where the space is going, and I just kind of build rooms and think of ideas behind why, like reasoning why that room would need to be there. What room do I not have to showcase a specific item or a specific mechanic in the game, like all the NPCs, like having, if I'm going to have a functional base, which I want it to be functional, I need a place for every one of these crafting style items. Like, I'm going to need some type of alchemy area. I'm going to need some type of leather drying rack area. I'm going to need a carpenter room. I'm going to need a blacksmith area. Like, I'm going to need a... Probably not a plant. That's probably... Farming out is outside, most likely. But I want to showcase everything. So I just kind of come up with ideas and picture them and go as crazy as I can. And if you like building... That's not the right one. If you like building, if you like asking questions, if you have questions about building in general, building in Enshrouded, building in other games, I have a Discord. Feel free to join that, where I have a really cool, fun community of really talented builders. I mean, if I've built some cool stuff, but I have some really cool community members that have built amazing builds, and people that are building in Enshrouded, people that are building in Grounded, Minecraft, Subnautica. I did some stuff on Hogwarts Legacy for the Vivariums and Room of Requirement. Any game that you can build in, I try to play and have fun with and push the limits of the building mechanics in any game I touch. Like Grounded, I built so big and so many things that the game now crashes. Because my world is so big at this point. And that's pretty much what my goal is. If I can do anything, it's break a game. Because I built too much. That's all I can really hope for. It is also why I make content in general, is I like to share the mentality I have because of my design background. I think I'm fairly good at communicating my thought processes. Pretty good at answering questions and stuff. So I kind of like a lot of my content creation is based around helping other people learn to build cool things in games. Helping them rebuild things that I built, providing tactics and tips and tricks, and I've done resource guides in other games. I'm just starting my journey in Enshrouded. I think I have 300. I currently have 370 hours in Enshrouded, so a lot of that has not been spent building, though. I spent a good 100 hours, 50 to 100 hours probably, just getting acclimated with the game itself before I really started jumping in and building things. Hello from Sweden. I rebuilt Emily Frey's Tavern. I have 2 more buildings that I finished before. It's an amazing game. I think that's another aspect that I am just absolutely blown away by in this game, is the fact that you can just take over other villages. Like, you can just go over, place a flame altar, and start building something off of a build that's already there. I think that I've seen some really, really cool like remodels and stuff that people have done, which is such a cool mechanic, because like not everyone wants to take on a ridiculous project like this. Like, this scale is often overwhelming to most people. This is my cup of tea, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. And I really enjoy that this game allows you to sort of build. It takes everyone where they are. So if you don't feel great at building, you can start with someone else's structure and turn it into whatever you want, which I think is just a really cool concept that very few games have done successfully. I mean, like in Minecraft, you can take over a village from villagers, but the buildings aren't interesting. They aren't very cool. In this game, like, it has really cool structures. They've done a really good job designing the overall world. And for being an early access game, I'm pretty blown away at how fun this game is so far. Didn't know you did small land building. Building threw me off, but I will watch your videos. Grounded. I haven't played Small Land. That is one I haven't touched. I did play Grounded. That's my main one. Did some mega building in Subnautica. Did some fun stuff in Hogwarts Legacy. I used to do a lot of stuff that I unfortunately don't have any like footage on. The main thing on my channel at this point is Grounded. It's where I not famous at all, but my for a lack of better word, that was my claim to fame, was building cool stuff in Grounded. It's what got me off the ground in content creation, was doing a base tour on a big castle sort of thing I built in that game. But Grounded is essentially an animated style of small lands, so similar games in many ways. Similar but different. And I just, the past couple months, have really gotten into Enshrouded. Took a break for the holidays, and then coming back, and we're hitting it strong now. Having fun. And yeah, feel free to join the Discord if you like building and like talking about building, communicating with other builders in this game, other games. I have a bunch of different chats for different games, and if there's a community of people that want to build in a specific game, I'm always happy to add another chat to the Discord as well. Because the whole goal of my community is bringing together creative builders of any skill level and just having a place for them to hang out and chat, throw ideas at each other. I have a couple people that I've built with in like Grounded where we just like give each other ideas, and it's been a lot of fun being able to have people that enjoy the same games, the same style of games, that can shoot ideas, give feedback on builds if something feels like it's not working or you're struggling. So it's been a really fun, supportive community so far. Had a lot of fun doing it. I'm trying to gather the ultimate army of builders at the end of the day. But part of the reason I never got into small land is because I didn't love the style and the building that the building in that game was. Didn't quite fit my style. Didn't love the graphics as much as Grounded. I was already playing a game that I thoroughly love, that I have 3,000 hours in. My dying sound with Vic Voxel is the lack of diagonal. I started with Grounded and went on to Small Land. Yeah, Grounded is like one of my favorite games ever. I have 3,000 hours in Grounded at this point. Over 3,000 hours in Grounded. And almost 90% of it has been spent building. The lack of diagonals is a bit rough, but I've made it work. The detailing with this voxel system is so good. You can build angles, you just have to get really creative with the decorations in this game. I do love Grounded's angled builds and the blueprints and the whole system in general. I really do enjoy Grounded's build system. But this one, the detail that you can do is just next level. I've yet to play a game that has this level of detail in building in general. It's insane. Makes it just the unlimited possibilities. There's in early access, having this access to this many items already is like I barely scratched the surface with all the different materials that are offered in the game, and like we're gonna get another year of content every couple of months before it even goes to full release. This part about your Discord, it's not an exclusive club, it's just a flat out place for anyone into builds. Yes, exactly. Yeah, you don't have to be good at building. You don't have to be confident at building. It's a place for people to come learn and hang out and just have fun doing what we all like to do. And some people have never played the games I'm playing, and they're in there chatting about Minecraft, and I haven't played Minecraft in 10, 15 years. And that's cool. I love being able to provide a place for everyone like that to come together. I have a couple too many torches in here. And not sure if you had seen it, but that is the Discord link as well. It's been really fun. It's been really fun building a community. It's a small, tight-knit group of people so far. It's not like massive, but there's a couple hundred people on the Discord at this point. Handful of regulars, and been having fun building, doing all sorts of randomness. there's yeah, this game has been very enjoyable though, as a designer. Just the amount of options that you have in this game is pretty crazy. It's like what I always wish Minecraft would have evolved into, sort of like the adult version of Minecraft. The only downside I have about this game is that it's not, what is the word? Procedurally generated. That is the one thing that Minecraft has over everyone, is that it's procedurally generated and you can play forever. Same like Valheim and stuff, but I just don't like... I played Minecraft for years and I can't play it anymore. Can't do it. And I never got into the art style of Valheim. Is too old school RuneScape for me these days. I like a more interesting, intriguing design style at this point in my video game playing. It's been fun. Been a good time. I wonder what... infilling this with like a different block, maybe. Like that's cool, but it doesn't... Oops. Maybe we do something. I'll have to figure out a better detail for this, maybe. This is nice. There's a block to just fill that. Next project is the Alchemist Tower, but the voxel might settle me for square, unfortunately. There's a really interesting... There's two really interesting builds. There, if you're part of the Enshrouded Discord that I've seen, there's a Necromancer Tower that does a pretty incredible job making squares look round. And then I wish I knew the channel, but there's a person who took the, I think they're bookshelves. I'm pretty sure they're bookshelves, and they used the decor items because you can use those off grid essentially. Well, you can't use windows, but so this is a bad example. But you can use some of the other decor items as angled pieces. Tedious for sure, but there is a video on YouTube of someone using all bookcases and then infilling it with just the standard blocks, and it achieves a very interesting effect. Not an easy route by any means. It's definitely kind of a convoluted, weird way of doing it, but it does achieve the effect of sort of a roundish tower. I also think the larger scale you build on with using squares, I mean, the nice thing is, like, realistically, luckily this block is so small scale that you can get away with doing something simple like this and getting the effect of a round. So when you expand this to be 5, 6, 7 times this size, you really start to get the idea of round in a game that only offers squares. But you do have to hit a decent size scale, is what I've noticed. That is also... I'm probably a little ways off before the video will be done at this point. I haven't really even started, but I am going to be working on a top 10 build tips video, similar to what I did for Grounded, to help people build things like circles, build better details, more interesting builds. My thought process is on builds like this, just anything and everything I can offer to help people to build better, more interesting things, be more confident in their building. Because ultimately, I do have a lot of fun doing that. My goal is to help others build cool things. So whatever I can do to help, that's what I'm here for. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Let me do that. I'm going to cover up this nice wood detail I made here. Too much. Perfect. Wrong. But an alchemist tower is going to be sick. Definitely the necromancer tower. If you search up necromancer tower Enshrouded on Grounded, there's a really, really cool necromancer tower with like the bone block like built in. It's really cool. You should, if you want to build an alchemist tower, I would say it's a very similar, like dark, creepy styling that I would picture an alchemist tower being. Of course, you could just change the materials that they use and do something similar, but they definitely achieve a very good round structure without being a round structure. I think they did a really good job. I'll definitely have to try some of those techniques as I get going. I think I'm going to build a big tower somewhere up here, so that might be something, some crazy watchtower thing similarly that I can test out some of those more circle designs, because I'm picturing it as some type of a circle. Things change, of course, but that is my current plan. We're a long ways off from getting to that, though. I got a lot of builds to do before we're even close to the outside of this one. Save that. Alrighty, but it is 11 o'clock, so I'm gonna call it here. I made it just about 3 hours on this one. Feel like I'm in a good stopping spot. Finish this whole area. Just kind of have to fill the chests and redo the lighting to be the correct torches. And next stream, I will be back Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Usually stream 8 p.m. PST to 11 or 11:30 PST. Just depends on chat and stuff. Next time, so on Friday, we'll be tackling this armory, I think. I think this will be my goal, so I might spend a decent amount of time off stream just clearing all of this terrain out, getting it to the right size, and then we'll build everything out on stream on Friday. That's the current goal. Thank you, Harley. Thanks for hanging out. Good talking with you earlier. Hope you have a great rest of your night. You're doing a really good job, and keep up with it. I'm in the U.S. at the moment. My husband did YouTube before working for FedEx Express, so I know the hard work. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely harder and more work than most people think it is. It's not just playing video games. There is a lot of work and a lot of effort that goes into it, but it's one of those like labor of love. It doesn't feel like work all the time. No matter how hard it is, it's usually fun for the most part. So that's what I love about it. But I appreciate you hanging out, Chloe. Well, I hear you're in the U.S. That's awesome, by the way. I'd love to go to Sweden. That's like a dream one day. That's where most of my family is. Generation or two off, but that's where much of my family came from. So very cool. But yeah, I appreciate everyone hanging out. I will catch everyone on Friday. Hope to see you then, and have a great rest of your night.